In the US, the Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock has defeated his Republican challenger Herschel Walker in Georgia's runoff contest for a seat in the Senate. This was the final race to be decided in this year's midterm elections. Warnock's win gives the Democrats an outright majority in the Senate without needing a tie-breaking vote from the Vice President. In an emotional victory speech, the Southern Baptist preacher thanked Georgians, God, and his family. Warnock will serve 6 years as a senator until 2028. DW's US correspondent Sumi Somaskanda has been following the runoff in Georgia, and here's her assessment of its implications for US politics.
In the end, this was another important victory for President Joe Biden and the Democrats. This is the first time since 1934 that the party in the White House did not lose a single Senate seat in the midterm election. So it's certainly something we'll see the president say is a proof that his party has performed well and is performing well for the American people. Now, when it comes to concrete results, this is also important for President Biden because it means that he can get his judges confirmed. The president has the power to nominate judges. The Senate alone confirms those judges. And now with an outright majority in the Senate, that means that those nominations will essentially get the green light. It's also important for committees. It means that the Democrats have a majority in the committees in the Senate. Those committees have an important role to play in shaping legislation going forward as well. And last but not least, for the Democrats, this is a sign that Georgia is territory where they can be competitive. They have invested so many resources and so much money in making sure that they can be competitive in the state, particularly in the metropolitan areas like where I am in Atlanta. Now, for the Republicans, they will be asking themselves some tough questions after this runoff race. Herschel Walker, not the strongest candidate that they could put forward, but also he was a candidate handpicked by the former president, Donald Trump. Many Republican officials now asking themselves the question, what influence should the former president have on this party going forward, particularly knowing that he will be running for the presidential office again coming up in 2024. So it's back to the drawing board for Republicans and certainly a victory lap for Democrats and the president, Joe Biden.